Hello everyone, welcome back to the Oklahoma Esports League for Week 3 of Marvel Rivals today. I am Rico, otherwise known as Lucas. I actually swapped that up. I am Lucas, otherwise known as Rico.
No, Rico's your first name now.
Yeah.
You decided that.
Yeah, actually, we are here with Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man right here.
I'm Spider-Man, or Fuzzball, or Garrett. You can call me any of the three, probably Fuzzball for today. But yeah, watching some Marvel Rivals today. Today we're watching Atoka and Buffalo Valley. Super excited. Both of these teams 2-0 so far, Lucas. And we've actually missed out on watching Atoka. I believe it was week 1. They were running into some technical difficulties, so we were not able to stream that. This is going to be their little redemption tour. As for Buffalo Valley, we've actually never seen them on stream. I'm super excited to watch this school. Yeah, new emerging esports program there. Very exciting to see.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how they play and how they go with this. You're a big Marvel Rivals fan, huh?
I love Marvel Rivals. This is actually my #1 game of all time. That's also just not true. But we do get through bans as we're looking here. Looks like Atoka is up at the top on the orange team here, while Buffalo Valley is going to be on that blue side as well.
Yeah.
As we are looking here through these compositions. Rico, is there anything notable you see about these compositions whenever we're looking at it?
So I'm glad you asked. What I'm noticing is on the side of Atoka, I see Venom and I see Magic. It's going to be a bit more dive focused. Also going to be great on the survivability here with the Loki and the Doctor Strange. This is going to be interesting on the side of Atoka. However, on Buffalo Valley, we have, again, a little more dive focus. They have Thor, they have Captain America, and Wolverine. They have that Clash team up with Captain America and Winter Soldier. So it's going to be, they're going to have a lot of shields.
Yeah, with those dive compositions, they're going to have a burst amount of damage on these engagements when you see one team jump on the other. And that's where they're looking for picks. If there's no picks in that time, the team that actually sustains the dive is going to have a really big advantage here.
We might actually see, okay, I thought the first fight was going to be on an off angle. Looks like just the first fight's going to be on site. Oh, a good grab by the Venom. Might maybe get a pick here. Unfortunately gets stunned out. Maybe not able to get a pick. Yeah, they have to back up. Good, decent ult charge, though. No picks from either team. Yeah, as I say that, though, the Doctor Strange goes down. That's big survivability down on the side of Atoka. It's already looking great for Buffalo Valley. Gets one Wolverine down and also gets their Captain America down. This is looking a little rough. It's a 4v4 for this fight specifically, so maybe just Atoka and Buffalo Valley can maybe capitalize on something here. Ooh, getting low there on the side of the Magic. We actually see Loki go down. Yes, it looks like Prime Rex is going to be taking out a bit of the team. However, Atoka's still putting up a fight. With the numbers that they have, they're actually doing well to hold against this Bucky. Unfortunately, it looks like Batowel is going to try and hold for as long as possible with that shield. That shield is such a strong ability. Ooh, might go down, though. Yep, and that is a site capture for the side of Buffalo Valley, and that's the end of the fight.
Yeah, and it's a little unfortunate there. The Batowel actually trying to stall point, not give the capture, but was just floating a little too high above point and let Buffalo Valley get the cap and clean up the rest of that fight. A couple of ultimates coming online, both sides. We see Prime Rex with that Bucky ultimate, and I Love You Ruby with the Cloak and Dagger ultimate on the side of Buffalo Valley. Just that Namor ult from Phantom Gym Boss on the side of Atoka.
It's looking very dangerous. We're going to see a Bucky ult come out. Nothing comes of it, though, unfortunately. Seeing Venom also come out, maybe try and get a couple of picks. Yeah, they're trying to. Ooh, a good save from that Bucky to try and help their backline that seems to be dying by both Venom and Magic. Very well played by Prime Rex. Also, the Venom goes down.
Yeah, Buffalo Valley is just sustaining all of these Venom engagements. Maybe there's something that Atoka just isn't following up on with these engagements, because it looks like really strong engagements by Venom. A little stagger there from Atlas. Really nice pick from Prime Rex. A couple of chip damage going back and forth. Time is a ticking 66% now for Buffalo Valley.
Yep. See the Namor ult actually come out. Does a
big stun, yeah.
Ooh, shields up though. This is looking great for Buffalo Valley. That ult for another ult that can maybe get them onto that, keep them on their lead, sorry. Seeing 2 Cloak and Dagger ults. Maybe one goes down. Yep, that's the support down. And here, Captain America hit their ult as well. This is a fight for the point right now. All of these ultimates coming down. Darkchild's also active. I didn't hear that one. Doing just a bunch of damage with that Eldritch World. Gets 1, get 2, and the site is going to be claimed by Atoka after that fight.
Yeah, and in the last fight, I was talking about how the Venom engagement dive comp is struggling a little bit, and we see Cheesy Stick actually shift onto the thing, a little bit more of a sustainable tank, and just wants to constantly be in the fight. So now Buffalo Valley has to adjust quick, otherwise they're going to have the same issue where they can't out-sustain the engagement anymore.
Yeah, we might see a hero Scarlet Witch ult here, try and just get everyone to look at them or either just die. It's gonna be a bit rough. Loki's abilities being used, that like immortality field basically.
Big Thor ulti coming in, looking for it. Is going to be able to find one. Prime Rex with 2 as well. Looking for the execute on the Doctor Strange. Going to get it there. Another reset on the Bucky ultimate. Now looking for the Loki on the far end. Going to be able to get that one as well.
Reset.
Prime Rex with 4 now. With Neon Silver being able to coordinate it. And that's going to be map 1 to Buffalo Valley on the back of Prime Rex.
Bucky's so strong.
Yeah, it's so difficult. Just sustaining 1 ultimate like that is already hard, but whenever one person, just one person, falls to it, it can be really difficult to be able to sustain it a second time, and then you just run into the same issue over and over again. And to make it even worse, the Loki clones are able to trigger that reset on the Bucky ultimate. So, and those are a lot more squishy than anything else in the game. So being able to just constantly farm those resets makes it where Loki, normally a very strong hero in this game, can have a little bit of a weakness there.
Yeah, and we're actually going to see Atoka try and adapt to that as they swap from Loki to Rocket. So, which I think is a great play, but do they know that there is no longer a Bucky on that side? It's going to be a little difficult.
Yeah, and this could just be a map adjustment. Maybe on this map there's a little bit more open space than the last one, something they just want to tune to, I would say.
Yeah, this spot here, it's got a decent like open space. The site is very, very open. The problem is with this site is just it's a little condensed. Oh my god. Oh, no way! We're going to actually see a portal and Scarlet Witch ult combo try and just come out, and actually got 3 of Atoka's team. That's going to give them an early site lead.
Yeah, Atoka trying to find their footing there, but just gets sucker punched in the mouth by Monkey, who kind of got them unsuspecting at that point.
Yeah, a really rough combo to try and adapt to, especially with how well timed that portal was with the ultimate. Very well played by Buffalo Valley there. Going into the next fight, though, seeing a good sustain by both teams. Actually seeing 2 Atoka ults, as well as actually all support ults are on the field right now. There are no DPS ult, no tank ults at the moment. We might see a Captain America ult for this fight, but who knows if they decide to pop it. They actually do. Try and maybe get some picks on the back line with their limited healing. The Thing just body blocking, not able to do anything. This is a good contest here, very low on the Strange. Just does heal though. Oh, Buffalo Valley is going down though. What is happening? They were doing so well. They were sustaining so well. We might see a good pick here. Unfortunately, that Strange barrier is going to eat it, and that will be a fight win for Atoka.
Yeah, and one that Atoka needed really bad. They also have the ultimate advantage now, so a little bit more momentum going Atoka's way, but they are down a map. Buffalo Valley just 51% away from taking this round 1.
Yeah. Maybe see a play here with this. See the Moon Knight ult come out, gets 1, almost gets another. And just follow up from the magic with Atlas. Maybe getting another. Atlas is just killing through the back line. Not able to heal because they have to take into account that magic, and that's another fight for Atoka.
Yeah, Atlas has been doing a great job on these off angles, just getting some heads turned, not even looking for the lethality a whole lot, but just getting heads turned on the side of Buffalo Valley so that they're not all looking the same direction, and, you know, getting some picks time to time, too.
Right. I'm just seeing an interesting bonk angle from that midnight there. Very nice angle. Not a lot of people look up there. But we're actually going to see the amplifier come out on the side of Atoka. Pure Chaos is going to be triggered. Does it get anyone? No, it doesn't, unfortunately, but it really spread that sight across. Monkey falling in an unfortunate angle. Agamotto is going to come out, doesn't end up stunning the magic, but it stuns a couple of other people. They actually are going to get a couple off of that. Both co-op times are going to be used. This is going to be a bit rough. All of these ultimates are coming out, but nothing is coming of it. Buffalo Valley is down a bit numbers, but they are just living. Who will win this fight? Atoka's looking great, but Buffalo Valley also has that ultimate advantage. They need to be popping these ultimates right now. See Thor ult come out, blocking it. Gets stunned out by Agamotto. Gets blocked again. The disappear. Oh my goodness, so many ults are coming out. It's so hard to track. Everyone is going to fight for this site as much as possible. Looks like Atoka is falling out. I think I heard a portal to maybe try and make something happen. Darkchild is also coming out yet again, trying to just get as much hits as possible, but no, Atoka is going to end up falling to Buffalo Valley's ult stack.
It's not the end of the world for Atoka, though. As those rotations do come off, they do have a little bit of ultimate advantage. There was actually a point in that fight that I thought Buffalo Valley was going to let that fight slip away from their grasp, using a lot of ultimates and not getting any immediate picks, but then they were able to do the exact same thing when Atoka got their ultimates back online and really focus on exactly what they needed to do. The Bat Tower coming out with the TP onto point, going to look for that engagement. The Moon ultimate immediately comes down onto site, trying to catch some people out, is not going to find anything. The amplifier from Rocket as well, and the picks start going to Toka's way with 2, 3, and the Eye of Agamotto. Big stun for the side of Prime Rex with Buffalo Valley, but not going to be able to get anything. Phantom Gym Boss finding 2 more themselves. The picks all going to Toka's way, just 1 left standing, and that's going to be the 3rd pick for Phantom Gym Boss in that fight, meaning a fight win for Atoka and a round win for an Atoka.
Yeah, the problem with that Agamotto was the rocket ult was up, so they just wouldn't die. They're constantly getting some shield, but now it is 1-1 in the round at the moment, so we have to see who is going to bring this game home.
Yeah, these support ultimates are so important. From Dadpole, from Revi on the side of Atoka, Ruby, and Cloud9 on the side of Buffalo Valley. That's something that the opposing team needs to track whenever those support ultimates are online. They can't commit everything that they have while they know one of those support ultimates is available, because it's just going to neutralize the ultimate. Either you got to try and force the character that has the ultimate and either pressure them enough to be forced to use the ultimate or get picked, or you have to say, we're going to trade this ultimate to pull out the support ultimate.
Right.
But like, I think Buffalo Valley lost that round because a lot of times with their offensive ultimates, they were stacking 2 or 3, and they were all getting mitigated by 1 support ultimate.
Yeah, I got you. We're actually going to see a little bit of a comp change on the side of Atoka here. They're actually going to opt to go for a little bit of a more backline heavy attack here with the Iron Fist and the Psylocke, but it looks like Buffalo Valley is just going to adjust for the map. It's a little more compressed this time, so we're going to see how this happens. The 3rd round, going to immediately go into this fight. Some blows being exchanged, the Thor getting very low, and we're actually going to see 2 ultimates on the side of Atoka come off, one from Buffalo Valley. This could spell trouble for Atoka with just that ultimate being well positioned and everyone out of position in that ultimate. What a nice isolated 1v1 from Neon Silver right there. Able to push Atoka's Doctor Strange away and ultimately win them that point. Yeah,
Atoka getting a little too excited there, especially after that thrilling last point. Just overextends a little bit, and Buffalo Valley is definitely able to punish it. And Maxwell already getting another pick in front of the next fight. Got a couple of good trades there in the first fight, being able to show the impact that they have on this team.
And their ultimate economy is doing really well. They have multiple ultimates online, while Atoka is 1 below them in terms of ultimates. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. Atoka already opting to try and get as much space as possible. We're going to hear a Psylocke ult and a Thor ult come out, as well as Captain America to try and make something happen. Looks like Captain America's going to opt to just back out. You have a lot of overshield. Just don't overextend so you don't put yourself in a bad position. That ends. See Buffalo Valley again having a lot of ultimates.
He wants this eye.
Yeah, I see it. I see the vision. I also would be wanting that eye, but Scarlet Witch is going to shut down the potential for that eye. Oh no, the map change. The map change. Wait. Oh, just barely gets out with your life. That's impressive. I honestly thought it was over for Monkey. Oh, Monkey does end up going down though. Not from the door, but from the engage that's on site right now. The Rocket is going to just get the pick, and then Atoka gets their first amount of percentage on the board.
Yeah, and this was kind of the situation we were in the last round where Buffalo Valley had the original cap. They got about halfway through, and then Atoka was able to turn it around and get some more momentum. We'll have to see if history repeats itself or if Buffalo Valley is able to adjust. They already have 5 ultimates online here. Starting with the Thor ultimate in the air, looking for something. Is going to get blocked, though, by the Bat-Towel, and the eye comes out as well. Catches a couple in the stun, not a ton. Phantom Gym Boss deciding to use the ultimate as well, but Monkey finding 2 with the Scarlet Witch ult, turning it back around for Buffalo Valley. So much invested for Atoka, but they're down 2 already. Gym Boss is able to trade 1 back though. Still, trades going back and forth, just a little bit of an advantage for Buffalo Valley, and after it's all said and done, the Valley is going to be able to retake that point.
The Valley.
The Valley.
I love that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that was really well played by Buffalo Valley. They just had a lot of ultimates. They just kind of like had to pump them into that fight, and I respect it. Let's see a portal. How will this go? Try and get as much time as possible. Oh, the cancel with the magic teleport. Oh, it actually did end up marking, but it's not enough for the reset as the Bucky goes down. See, an exchange of DPSs here. They need to get back into this fight as fast as possible. Everyone is a little bit staggered on the side of Atoka. Darkchild's going to come out, maybe a few Eldritch Whirls to maybe try and get some picks here with those damage. Almost getting the Captain America, but the Captain America ult is just going to end up coming out. Does end up getting 1 on the Cloak and Dagger, gets another on the Strange. It's looking a little rough for Buffalo Valley. It's looking like Atoka's might get this point. They're down numbers. They need to be able to make something happen, get a couple picks, get them back in.
Cloud9 does have a lot of ults coming back. Neon Silver with that Thor ultimate, going to try and look at, not going to be able to get it though, and Atoka's able to recap. Still 60% to go for them. Not a lot of ultimates, only that Strange ultimate, that Eye of Agamotto. Meanwhile, Buffalo Valley has 2, almost 3 ultimates online. The Eye actually comes out. I think that was a Fat Finger, a little bit of a mistake by Bat-Towel. Atoka really has to figure out how they're going to be able to figure out this fight with such an ultimate disadvantage. Neon Silver has that Thor ultimate available. The Invisible Woman and Scarlet Witch ultimates are also online. Neon's looking for it. Need to jump on this opportunity if you're Buffalo Valley before any ultimates get farmed. Phantom Gym Boss is getting close to it. The bomb comes out, looking for 1. Not going to be able to find anything. Invisible ultimate also committed. Prime Rex being able to get a pick on the Phantom Gym Boss. Neon with another one. A little bit of an advantage here for Buffalo Valley. And the ultimates are still charging up for them. Maxwell with another one. Atoka players are falling left and right. Maxwell getting another. Neon just destroying Bat-Towel on this Strange. Phantom Gym Boss, the only one left. Not quite there with the ultimate. And a lot of these ultimates for Buffalo Valley not even need the maximum pulse, just the period on the end of the sentence. And Buffalo Valley is going to be able to walk away with that map 1.
Yeah. That was a good pulse, you know.
Yeah.
Just prevent them from touching, extending the round a little bit. So I like that play. It seemed a little silly, but you know, it's the end of the round.
Yes,
you're not going to care if the ultimate is wasted.
Confirm the round. Use the ultimate.
Absolutely.
Sure.
I agree. We're actually going to see that Maxwell MVP. Very well played. 29-7. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and as we see Buffalo Valley taking that first win, and as we look at the scoreboard here, Maxwell with that 29-7, yeah. 14 final blows as well. Monkey with 20 final blows on the side of Buffalo Valley. Really great job from them. Maxwell definitely popping up a lot in the kill feed for a tank player. I play a lot of Captain America, so love seeing that.
On your left.
Yeah, on your left.
On your left.
On your left, but Maxwell was on top in this one for sure. So definitely a great job from Buffalo Valley being able to walk away with that last one. Very close game that we have already.
Yeah.
With map 3 going 99-99. Definitely very interesting.
I'd also like to talk about the underdog that was Monkey there.
Uh-huh.
20 final hits.
Yeah, that's a lot.
35 and 10, I believe.
Yeah.
That was really well played. Monkey bringing up generational stat lines there. Also ending up to do just a lot of damage on the side for their team. But at the moment, we're going to the game 2.
Yeah, game 2. I believe they're redoing bans right now is exactly how that works. Yeah, just a couple of adjustments here and there, and you can see it in between the maps, right? So Buffalo Valley comes out, gets the first map, is able to really adhere to that dive comp, but we see Atoka kind of bring in more of that brawl, that sustaining comp with the thing composition.
Yeah.
And Buffalo Valley is not able to adjust to it in map 2, which means Atoka is able to take that one. But we saw at the end of that map that Atoka started slow. Or sorry, at the beginning of that map, Atoka started slow and was able to turn around. And I think Buffalo Valley realized that. Atoka starts slow again in the third map, is starting to turn it around, and Buffalo Valley's like, we're not going to let what happened in map 2 happen again.
Right.
So they're able to put a statement on that. And we have to talk about it. That fat finger at the end, that's a disaster.
That was a disaster.
Already,
I feel like, I think if they had that ult, they probably could have won that fight.
Definitely more winnable, right?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
more resources allowed to you, especially Eye of Agamotto, which a correctly placed one, like a really well-placed one, can completely flip a fight.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Agamotto is a strong ult. It's counterable quite easily.
Yes.
But if you can get that off, it is a powerful ultimate, especially at the right time. So, yeah, it's a little bit rough losing that ultimate due to a fat finger. Not having it cancel so you get 50% of the charge back. It's rough.
Yeah. But I think if you are an Atoka Shadowcat, you can look at that last game and go, well, we had a couple of things that didn't go our way, right? We didn't adjust fast enough to our original comp not working, so we gave up map 1. We had a couple of mechanical failures or overextensions, just silly mistakes here and there. I think if they clean that up, they can definitely stay in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. This game is 100% very even.
Yes,
so
for
it's going to be anyone's game. We could be seeing another, like we saw last week, we could be seeing another game 5. What do you think about that?
So actually, we can't see a game 5.
We can't see a game 5?
Since the last week, there were multiple reports of games going over 2 hours, like our Game of the Week did. If you tuned in last week, went about 2.5 hours. Marvel Rivals has now been adjusted to a best of 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, and that's great for our audience here if you weren't aware. Rico here was not aware. We forgot
I was not aware.
Yeah, so
that's good. That's good
of
info for me.
Yes, for sure.
So now it's not, instead of best of 5, it's a best of 3. That's good to know. So we could be seeing a game point. We could be seeing a game 3 though. So it's going to be interesting. A game 3 is very possible. So I guess at the moment, what are you thinking? We should see.
I really like Atoka's Brawl comp. I think the thing
agree.
is really good for them. I think it sustained well and did good chunk. And I want to see more marks from Atoka on the Captain America. There were a lot of times when we were watching the Captain America, he just kind of wasn't getting looked at. He was able to do whatever he wanted. On the side of Buffalo Valley, I noticed the Atoka supports were playing a lot of high grounds and gapped away, and they were getting a lot of free value. I think Buffalo Valley, while they're doing great in the just the team fight and just taking their trades, I think there's a lot of times they can actually walk onto the rocket, onto the cloak and dagger that are so deep in the opponent's backline that they're actually not being able, they're not in a spot to be able to be peeled. So they can't be protected if someone jumps on them. Does look like there is going to be a sub on the side of Atoka. Jim Boss, who was on the Iron Fist, getting subbed out. So we'll have to see what that adjustment is for. Yeah. Looks like they're subbed out for Manny.
All right.
Or Manith. Sorry. I'm getting live updates from
we're getting live updates. So
Man
it's
in the box. That's their name.
Man in the box?
Yep. Our producer cannot type fast enough. So.
Type fast.
But yeah, I think if you are a Buffalo Valley player, try and find those supports that are playing 2 gaps back and
Right.
look for an opportunity there. I think that's really somewhere where they can start forcing cooldowns and force these supports in bad spots, because we saw, especially in map 2 that they dropped, that there were a lot of times they would engage with a lot of ultimates and not be able to convert them into eliminations, which is like the name of the game in Marvel Rivals. You're using an ultimate, you're trying to win fights.
Right.
If they're not able to do that and these supports are able to sustain through those, Atoka is going to be able to turn this around. And I think that's something that Buffalo Valley could fix like that, and make it show a lot more dominance in some of these fights that get really scrappy and end up lasting way too long.
Yeah. Actually, just starting bans now. What do you think is a good ban on both teams, seeing what they've played?
So I think Atoka looked like they wanted to play Loki. They came out on Loki map 1, and I think the Loki was getting a lot of success until the Bucky ultimates started coming out, and the Bucky ultimates were getting a lot of value.
I agree.
So I could see them trying to force the Bucky ban. When they force the Bucky ban, then pick Loki themselves. I think that would be a really good advantage for Atoka. On the side of Buffalo Valley, they know they can beat the Venom comp. They've shown that they can beat the Venom comp.
Right.
Maybe ban the thing and see how Atoka adjusts if they go back to the Venom comp or if they have another composition. Because if you just keep showing different compositions, that means that team is going to be probably worse or more spread out, I should say.
Yeah.
It's like if you were like, oh, I play 8 different heroes. You don't play 8 different heroes. You just click them on your screen.
Yeah.
If you play like 3 or 4, and that's what I always tell my Overwatch players, is like whenever you're learning the game, pick like 3 heroes to play. Same in Marvel Rivals. Like pick 3 heroes in your role that like these are the heroes you're going to learn and adjust and kind of synergize around. Because if you spread yourself too far, you're a jack of all trades, master of none.
Right, yeah. And I think that's just like a big thing. Like I personally, I play a lot of Bucky. I've been playing a lot of Ultron recently. It's been very fun. I've found a decent spread. I've kind of seen myself in that jack of all trades, master of none kind of situation. So it's going to be very interesting as we get into the the end of the bans and picks. We're actually going to see a Cloak and Dagger ban and pick on the side of Buffalo Valley. Also going to see, we're going to secure a lot of supports here.
Yeah.
We're also going to see a cap ban. How do you feel about that, Mr. Captain America?
That makes sense. Maxwell was playing very well on that Captain America, did get the MVP in map 1. And like I was saying, caused a lot of issues for Atoka in that backline. I said not a lot of people were turning for it. I gave advice on how to adjust from it, but a great adjustment is just to make sure it doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that's a good play for them. We do see the Luna snow saves on both sides.
Ooh, looks like the bans on Atoka's side are going to be heavily support-based. Try and maybe see if they can ruin the economy of the support. So they're going to be forced to be playing Cloak and Dagger and Mantis and all the other supports. I think the other ones that are open right now are Adam, Jeff, and Ultron.
Looks like we have a Jeff right now.
Jeff, my boy!
My boy Jeff.
I love my boy Jeff. I'm so glad he got a buff.
Very, very interesting composition for Atoka, but when one role is just eradicated in bans, it can make it really difficult. We do see a little bit more of a brawly type from Buffalo Valley with that Mr. Fantastic there, with DPS, but very sustaining DPS. Just is able to tank a lot, doesn't do a crazy amount of damage like Bucky Barnes. We saw Prime Rex on this Bucky Barnes being able to get a lot of good value and being able to clean up fights. I think this is something that Prime Rex was really good on. Not necessarily getting that engaging hook pick that you usually look for from your Bucky Barnes, but getting the last 4 or 5 eliminations and just confirming fights for Buffalo Valley.
Yeah, and they're not going to have the Clash team up, so it's going to be, their mobility is going to be going down, and their survivability for the whole team is going to be a little lower. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, but immediately on that first fight, Prime Rex says he doesn't care. I don't care if I don't have Clash. I'm just going to go in and get 2, maybe get a 3rd. This is already looking great on the side of Buffalo Valley. Already getting 2 good picks right now. Might see a 3rd with that Mantis going a little too close for comfort. Yeah, we're getting a 3rd off Prime Rex. That headshot on the thing. Ooh, a 4th.
Nice shot.
Prime Rex is farming here. This is looking great. We're actually going to see a little bit of a comp switch from the side of Atoka, just so they can actually apply pressure on this first point there. They're right here. You know, they just respawn. If they even get so much as a pick, it's looking great because the amount of time it takes for the other team to get close compared to them, it's like, you know, so maybe playing a few trades every now and then could be possible.
And this adjustment is quick. Atlas being able to get 3, and Atoka being able to steamroll over this defense. This is something I liked from them in the first map, where they really did a great job of adjusting quick because they came out on the weaker comp. They've done that twice now. But very quickly saying, okay, we need to adjust our comp. We need to try and get into a more balanced or advantageous matchup. Doing it immediately and being able to jump on that opportunity. But Buffalo Valley still looking very strong coming out of this. And Prime Rex being able to get so much value. Already has that Bucky ultimate online. Probably going to be looking for it here.
That's a nice pull. Not able to follow up on it. We're going to see the Jeff ult actually picks up 4. That's incredible. Maybe try and spit out the allies. No, not enough time. So just ended up getting their own ally out. That's still going to be a great fight win for them. That single-handedly won them the fight. I'm sure they said, you know what, I don't care. You have 4. Just get them off the map.
Yeah, especially at the low
win
HP.
us the fight.
The low HP that they were at. Definitely the right decision to just not worry about it. The fight wins the most important. Really good play from Dadpole. And that's already 0.1 down for Atoka, who started really slow, but now actually has more time on the clock than what they started with.
Dadpole, just make sure you at least help out Mr. Cheesy Stick with some help after that one. Yeah. I'm sure they'll be like, hey, you grabbed me. You're like, hello? Oh, we're actually going to see a Hex come out. Doesn't end up coming out. Everyone looks at it. Prime Rex is going to try and make something happen. That would have been an opportune time for Bolt, but the healing was just too strong. Ooh, great grab. Get him off of your character. Even get the pick on that. The Jeff also goes down. That's 2 down. Oh, Buffalo Valley's up numbers. They're just going to decide to hold. But that spawn is right there. The numbers, not going to matter what a wall to make sure they're not off and closer to that Bucky. This is an intense fight already going on here. The respawn advantage for the side of Atoka, though. Seeing the magic get low, trying to back out, get the Jeff bubbles. Seeing a nice little ult there, getting the magic. That magic is not having a good time right now. That magic is in prison. We're actually going to see a damage opted ult here. We're seeing another Jeff ult come down here. Only gets 1 though. That's a tank though. Oh, not enough, unfortunately. See the Mantis ult come out, maybe just add a little bit more survivability. Man in the box is looking for a bit of a moth play here.
Yeah, and it looks like Atoka's decided they're not going to win this by just giving some space. Man in the box in a really opportune place to drop this bomb.
Be dangerous.
Just some poke damage on this other side.
Really playing off though. They can't play off for too long. Oh, what a grab from the Jeff. Is it enough?
So
so close. That magic is low too. Oh, we're just going for it. I love it. I love it. Get that Jeff. Get that Jeff. Yep. There you go. We're actually going to hear a pure chaos come off. Isn't enough. It clears off. No, it gets canceled. Nice play by the Thor.
Buffalo Valley now having a little bit of a foothold here on this defense, being able to get all of those reads. Another Thor ultimate comes out, getting Atlas, who has just been struggling on this point 1, was very dominant on the point 2. But now I think Buffalo Valley's adjusted to this magic. The Luna Snow ultimate for Revi comes out, trying to get Atoka through this choke. It's so important. The Eye of Agamotto, though, getting a lot. The Jeff ultimate finding 3. Monkey going to be able to walk off the map with them, spitting them actually. Getting 1, looking for
live,
another.
Though. I would have gone off the map on that one.
I would have as well.
That would have could spell trouble if they didn't go off the map there. They're actually going to almost go down to Man in the box. Getting very low. They are fighting for this point. They want this point so bad. The group is getting very low, trying to go for this cloak and dagger here. Ooh, help is here, unfortunately. We are actually going to see a group ultimate, putting them all in one space. Oh, the Mantis ult's also going to come out. Maybe try and get some. The Jeff ult also comes out. How many does that Jeff have? I don't know. It gets 2 down. This is looking rough for Buffalo Valley. They were in the lead for such a good amount of time, and now it seems like they're going to be pushed back. 60 seconds left on the clock. They have another fight, So maybe Buffalo Valley can make something happen, but at the moment, I mean, while the fight is still happening, it still feels like Atoka really pushed the advantage there.
Yeah, and they ate so much time, Buffalo Valley. Just 45 seconds left. A lot of ultimates coming out for the side of Atoka. Man in the box being able to get one, and another pick already for Buffalo Valley. Just 2 left on the side of the Valley. One of them is Prime Rex, though, trying to look for some sort of contest, looking for an opportunity. Finds a lot of damage on Atlas, just a few left. Going to be able to commit the Bucky ultimate as well, and a lot in that Jeff ultimate.
That is a lot in that Jeff ult. These Jeff ults have been generational right now.
Oh my goodness, and Prime Rex and Monkey, the only 2 left for the side of Buffalo Valley, able to hold with just 5 meters left. A great opportunity and 6 seconds for the Atoka attack. I don't think they're going to have time to touch. Monkey and Prime Rex being able to turn that one around for Buffalo Valley. I'm sure they're going berserk right now in that room.
That is a... Okay, first Jeff ult, they got 4? Yeah, 4.
4 or 5, yeah.
It was either 4 or 5. It was a lot.
I think it was 4 enemies and 1 teammate, so 5.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
You're right about that one.
And then they also eliminated themselves, so 6.
That's 6.
That's how Tracer players do it in Overwatch, is if you stick someone and then they end up like dying to your pulse bomb, and then you die as well, you say you got 2.
Gotcha.
Because you took out yourself and 1 player.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I'm going to use that terminology next time I play Jeff.
Yeah, for sure.
But no, those Jeff ults have been crazy so far. Getting not just... They got 4 on 1 ult. They nearly got 2 in another ult. Or they actually almost got 3. If they walked off the map, they would have been a great fight win. It still was very good. They were out of the fight for a little bit with that Jeff ult just staying in his mouth and just chilling down underground,
yeah.
Whatever you want to call it.
And it was interesting because Atoka is the one who has all the supports banned. So
that's true.
They started on the Jeff, and they were the one who got the first big Jeff ult, the 5-man. That's actually when Monkey swapped to Jeff and then got 2 big ultimates themselves to be able to get all the environmental kills. So Monkey was like, man, I want to play Jeff. I have the cool pink Jeff skin. Let's do it. Let's play it. And was able to do big plays, being able to secure that defense for Buffalo Valley.
Yeah, I like the pink color.
Yeah.
We're already going to see a fight engage. Oh, that Mantis got very low. Seeing a portal? What is this portal being invested into? Maybe trying to get the back line? Is it enough, though? They're already looking at the Strange. It might not work out. Oh, wait. As I say that, though, everyone's looking away from their tanks that is dying into this front line, though. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's first I was like, what's that Strange portal going to do? How is that going to come into effect? I found out how that was going to come into effect. It was a big distraction.
Yeah, if you're just able to turn the cameras of your opponents to where they're looking in different directions, they don't have as much synchronization. Atlas came out there with 2 really good picks at the beginning, but then didn't get a whole lot of sustain from their team because of the backline. Monkey playing so aggressive here, trying to look for a pick, isn't going to be able to get anything. Man in the box, trading it back out, and now Atoka has a great opportunity to be able to get a foothold on this defense. Atlas looking for a pick. Man in the box is going to find the second one, though, onto Neon Silver, walking back onto the cart, being able to walk them down. No support on the side of Buffalo Valley. Being able to sustain. Cheesy Stick able to get out of there. A little bit more of the neutral now. Ultimates are starting to get really close to online. Prime Rex, the first one with theirs. Armed and Dangerous looking for it. Trying to play slow. Is going to be able to connect it onto the thing. Can they get the execute, though? As the thing tries to sustain, trying to leave. The execute goes away as it goes. Man in the box, though, able to go in the back line, find 2 more, looking for a third. Dadpaul with 2 themselves, getting some redemption there on the Jeff. And all of a sudden, Atoka, who looked like they were going to lose point 1 and be on the back foot of losing the whole map, is able to get another foothold halfway through. And I think Buffalo Valley just played a little too aggressive. Dr. Cloud9 able to get the pick 1. Bathal trading it back out. 5v5 situation here. A lot of ultimates on both sides. Who's going to pop first? It's the Jeff ult. It's both Jeff ults, actually. Monkey being able to find 1. Dabble finding 0. The ultimate's a little bit different this time, but all the picks coming on the side of Buffalo Valley. And the engagement from Neon Silver, that's going to be 1 more, and Atoka is wiped as this push continues for Buffalo Valley. But for Atoka, you're still able to wipe another 1.5 minutes off the clock. Very good defense from them and being able to get a foothold back in.
I feel like this Jeff play here from Monkey is kind of just acting as like a little bit of a distraction. They're trying to just like really just turn cameras there, kind of like what they did with that Strange initially. Ooh, the Moon Knight is going to start the engage already. Ooh, the Moon comes out right onto the cart. And we're going to see a lot
Oh my
God! Man in the Box gets 4 with the pure Chaos ultimate. Very well played. Nicely timed ultimate. Monkey being the only one alive on the team, just trying to hold on to this little angle here and just act as a distraction. Very well played by Atoka.
Yeah, man in the box with a great opportunity there as we see the Strange Portal come out, being able to catch out 4 in that chaotic must-touch scenario. Aya Agamotto, though, comes out, stuns a lot, gets the Lunar Snow. Prime and Maxwell able to get 2 picks. The Jeff barely alive, going to be shut down by Maxwell as well. Prime Rex with another, and all of a sudden, Atoka, who just had a great heroic play to hold on again, is going to lose this first defense, be forced to push point 2, but Buffalo Valley, only 3 minutes on the clock, and there are a couple good spots where Atoka is going to be able to hold that. We're going to have to see if they're going to be able to hold this for long enough.
Getting that tyrant reset is amazing for the side of Buffalo Valley. Those plays very well. A great bounce back after that Atoka ultimate. It's looking very even right now. It's looking great. We're actually going to see multiple ults come out. Oh, we only see one. It's the Strange. That's not a bad pick. I think just go for it. Strange is going to maybe fly out. Oh, unfortunately not enough. Just going back, heal your team as much as possible. See the Atoka actually end up winning that fight as that Jeff ult went off. We're looking a little rough on Atoka again. This angle is such a difficult angle to hold if you know how to hold it.
Yeah, this choke is very difficult to walk through on the side of Buffalo Valley. We do see Neon, though, go for the engagement onto the backline with this Thor, has the ultimate available, decides to surge up, looking for an opportunity to try and pop this ultimate. Might be able to see it, gets frozen by Luna Snow, slowed down. Ruby going to be able to catch up.
Oh, it got canceled!
Does get canceled, being able to shut that down as well. The Thing being caught out. Prime Rex looking for an opportunity, finds another one for the reset. A third as well with Revi in the back. The Psylocke ultimate getting committed. Uses it to avoid as well. Very heads-up play there as the Psylocke goes invisible. Tries to go for reset. Buffalo Valley's able to get back this choke, but at what cost? Actually has a lot of ultimates. Looking great on the side of Buffalo Valley with almost all 6 online, and this reset still active for Prime Rex. Looking for it, able to get shut down though from Atoka. 3 ultimates on the side of Atoka, along with this Jeff ult. A lot of damage coming out on the side of Buffalo Valley. The Thing, clobber in time. Ultimate coming out, getting a response with Neon Snow. The bomb once again looking for something. It gets shut down by Neon Silver, being able to take that out before the bombs goes off. Disaster, crisis averted on the side of Atoka. Luna Snow ultimate and Eye of Agamotto, big Eye of Agamotto, but with that Luna Snow ultimate, great savior there. The Jeff ultimate does come out, catches a lot on the side of Dabpole. Finds 2 enemies. It's both tanks as well. It's probably just going to commit with it, definitely. Being able to get 2 tanks here.
2 tanks on the side of Buffalo Valley as well.
I love the way
the tank trades.
This works. Actually shooting both of them off. Oh, the Thing doesn't
go
off though.
The Thing lives.
It is actually going to be able to take out Monkey.
So here's the Thing.
Too greedy. No ultimates on the side now. Only 13 seconds to push. Very last fight for both teams. Atlas going to be able to take out Cloud9. G6 trying to take out this Cloak and Dagger. Atlas is going to be able to follow it up. 2 picks for Atlas now on the side of Atoka, who's trying to do this last desperate hold to win the series. Double being able to get a pick as well. So much chaos. And Ultimate starting to come back online as well. Batal has this grab in place, looking to root something, build a little bit, get this chunk, and the Psylocke Ultimate as well gets 2 more picks. All the picks going in the side of Atoka. Buffalo Valley just trying to sustain as that overtime driver takes
That's a
down.
lot picked with that Bucky ult,
goodness.
but it's not enough.
1, 2,
And
Buffalo Valley is going to fall to Atoka's insane defense right there.
And once again, a nail-biter of a map. Now going in the side of Atoka this time.
Yeah.
Which means we are going to a game 3.
Absolute cinema.
So we have to, we get to, not have to. Let me correct myself. We get to see these 2 teams again, and of course, of course, how can we not talk about Dadpool on the Jeff? 42 eliminations, 41 assists.
I don't want to just talk about Dadpole on that, Jeff. I want to talk about both, Jeff. Both Monkey and Dadpole were going crazy on those ultimates, just grabbing as much as possible. And it was kind of insane. Like, just looking at all of these, like, just all these grabs, we're getting like 4, 3, 4, even some 2. It's a little insane just how much these Jeff ults came out. 42 and 12. And 41 assists as well. That's also not something to scoff at. We're going to see a lot of an insane stat line on the side of Atoka, ultimately taking that round. Man in the box also putting up a good performance. It's very, very good. I'm not going to scoff at Buffalo Valley, though. Buffalo Valley had a lot of great plays. I loved watching the distraction from Maxwell. Loved just turn those cameras. I love it. Prime Rex also putting a generational performance, getting a bunch of picks with that Bucky ultimate. Neon Silver also putting a strong performance with the Thor. We also saw a lot of ultimates get canceled this round specifically. We had what did we have canceled? We had a Thor ult cancel. We had some we just had a lot of ultimates canceled. And getting an ultimate canceled, it feels rough, especially when you're trying to make a big play. And as soon as this ultimate comes out, you know it could change the tides of this fight, and it's gonna be insane. But very well played by Atoka. They ended up actually canceling 2 ultimates on their side that would have otherwise probably lost them that fight. I want to look at this accuracy spot. We see good accuracy from both teams, both Jeffs at 78% accuracy, 95% accuracy with I Love You Ruby. It's very, very accurate. Prime Rex also 58% on this. I want to also take a look at the damage. These damage is insane. Prime Rex dealing a lot of damage. Most damage in the game. 30k? That's pretty good. But at the moment, we are going to a quick be right back before we go into this game 3. back. Did I get shorter?
No, it's the way I'm sitting, because usually I sit like
Okay.
this. I was like, when we got into frame, I was like, hey, what's up, guys? No, you're tall, bro. Don't even stress.
I'm not tall.
We are back at the Oklahoma Esports League about to go into Game 3 of Atoka versus Buffalo Valley here in this Week 3 matchup. Both teams 2-0, trying to keep that streak undefeated. But it's been difficult. Both teams very close.
Yeah.
Nail biters in both of the first games. Having to go into this third one, definitely anyone's game at this point, Lucas.
It's anyone's game,
Yeah.
especially with how those last 2 games go. They were neck and neck.
Yeah.
So I believe this is also going to be very neck and neck.
For sure.
So it's all going to depend on what they ban, what they decide. Maybe they might go for the complete support crunch. So it could be interesting. I want to see how it goes. We're actually going to see we're going to see a decent tank crunch actually. So they're going to be forced to play stuff like Emma Frost, Magneto,
The Thing.
Penny, the Thing.
Yep.
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing. On both sides. The thing is on both sides.
Oh, that's
So
true.
very interesting there. The Captain America ban once again coming out. Strange ban for Buffalo Valley as well. Atoka definitely thinking that the tanks are the issue on the side of Buffalo Valley. Still no Bucky ban though. I'm kind of interested to see that one because I think
Yes.
Prime Rex has been doing a lot of work on the side of Buffalo Valley. Definitely, and has looked dominant in a lot of their team fight wins.
Yeah.
Surprised Atoka hasn't tried to adjust to that.
I feel like Prime Rex is like the unsung hero because Prime Rex has been putting in numbers, but
For sure.
it may not be showing as like the SVP or MVP here, but Prime Rex is getting a lot of picks and just dealing so much damage to where it's just everyone is able to do what they can just like fine. And Atoka is just not able to adjust to it as much. Like they're being able to put up a good fight, but the problem is with that Bucky is just it does so much damage, so it's very difficult.
Really hard.
really hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Already going to see the first engage. Maybe try and get a pick there. Nope, decides to just back up. Both things are just going right at it, punching each other. Boxing match right there. Actually getting a little too close for comfort on this Emma. Opted go for the Loki clones. Minimize as much healing from Loki as possible. Like a big engage here. Buffalo Valley's actually going to push up on this angle. Actually keep so many stuns there. Could get the Loki. Teleports out. Yep, good choice. They're really wanting to just survive here with your life. This Loki is getting pressured by the Thing. There is not much that this Loki can do to live. Psylocke is coming in to help. Support is here. Ultimates are coming online though. Ultimate, as soon as an ultimate is used, it's going to change the tide of the fight. As I say that, the Luna Snow ult is going to come out. Two support ults are going to come out. Prime Rex is just going to shoot at that angle, opt to just get as much damage as possible to support their team. Going to see very low on that Luna. Going to see the 2 ultimates come out from the side of Buffalo Valley. Try and get someone. The reset comes off from Prime Rex. Oh, we're seeing another reset. So many resets are happening from Prime Rex. Good picks, but it's not enough. They are going to fall to this push with these tanks here, and it's just going to be a bit of a rough recover on the side of Buffalo Valley, but very well played by both teams there.
The Magneto ultimate comes out for the side of Atoka, trying to make something happen. Actually gets blocked on the Q in the air. Monkey going to be able to get a pick. Man in the box, trading it back out. A lot of low players on the side of Atoka. Neon Silver able to finish one out, looking for another. Prime Rex going to be able to clean up that one, and Atoka's drive starting to stall. Not being able to get through the choke, but this first point has so much space to actually buy before you can even get percentage. Really brutal offensively to be stopped there. Atoka only with 1.5 minutes left. Does have some ultimates on the board though, with the Thing, Psylocke, and Scarlet Witch ultimates all coming in. Cheesy Sticks looking for a bit of an engagement. Gets canceled by the M Frost. Neon Silver being able to shut that one down. Still looking for something here though.
Is making it very difficult.
Yeah, very
for
chaotic.
anything to happen. Atoka is holding on just by a thread. Clobbering Time is going to come out, stuns 2. Not enough to get a pick. Their supports are there to help for Buffalo Valley. We're going to see a bunch of ults. This would be a fat Emma ult if I would hit it right here. They're actually going to opt to save it. Seeing the Psylocke ult come out, gets one of the Mr. Fantastic right there. Try and maybe get another. Go for the back line a bit. Might get that. London Dangerous, maybe try and get the reset. Unfortunately, not enough. They're just going to walk onto that site with the amount of numbers they have, and that is going to be a fight win for Atoka.
Yeah, I think Atoka had a really great opportunity there to start with the engagement on the thing ult from Cheesy Stick. And then Buffalo Valley kind of staggering a little bit. It is going to get a recontest here at the very last second. Only 22 seconds left for this Atoka attack, so this would be massive for Buffalo Valley if they're able to force it. Luna Snow ult from Reva going to get pushed out. Clobbering Time though, but a lot of picks on the side of Atoka, being able to get those flips. Maybe a little too greedy for the side of Buffalo Valley, trying to go in for an engagement just to stop this point beforehand. But the picks are all coming up. Atoka being able to deal with this and get that point captured. Now 2.5 minutes on the clock for Atoka.
Yeah, Buffalo Valley was so staggered there. They had ultimates online and they were using them, but they just weren't able to since they were so staggered. Their supports weren't there to help, so it was just a rough opportunity. Prime Rex is actually going to opt to go to Iron Man. Almost gets picked out, but ultimately just lives thanks to the supports coming in to save the day. Supports just keeping the team alive, working overtime, you know. Actually going to see the Emma come out. 2 ultimates are coming out. Is this going to get one? It gets the Emma. The other Emma ult, though, is online, getting as much damage as possible, stunning them out. Emma's going to get the thing down. Looking at that Iron Man now, try and drain as much HP as possible. 100% on that charge, ends up getting that pick, and Buffalo Valley is going to have to fall back a bit after that insane play.
Yeah, still stalling the cart a little bit here, but definitely an Atoka fight win. As they are looking to yeah. Some nice extra picks after that stall. Only a minute and a half, and actually the Emma Frost ultimate getting committed here. I think that's a little aggressive from Neon, as I think Buffalo Valley trying to reset there. Now Buffalo Valley going to have difficulty having a good foothold before this second point capture. Atoka looking to push their advantages, trying to pressure down the remaining players of Buffalo Valley. Prime Rex on the Iron Man now has the maximum pulse available, but the Psylocke ultimate's actually going to come out and catch out one. It's Prime Rex who gets knocked down. Atlas with another one on to Maxwell. Atoka being able to steamroll this a little bit at this point, getting a lot of picks to continue their momentum as they start nearing this checkpoint. 40 seconds left on the clock for Atoka. On Cloud9 going to be able to shut down Cheesy Sticks, who went a little far in. The fantastic ultimate coming back out as well. Maximum Pulse able to get one. Man in the box trading it back with Prime Rex. Trades going back and forth as we get near this checkpoint. Atoka a little low, kind of needs to back up and have a bit of a soft reset. The ultimates are coming back online for them though.
Going to see the Emma ult come out. Oh, Man in the Box hitting another fat ultimate, getting 3 and ultimately another with the remnants of that damage from that ultimate. Very well played. That's a fight win for Atoka thanks to that ultimate.
Yeah,
2 double ultimate right there as well.
Yeah.
They had the Emma stun them out, so they couldn't do anything about that pure chaos. And it ended up working fantastically.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Say that again.
Say that again.
I think that's something that Buffalo Valley needs to adjust on these cart maps. I'm seeing a lot of staggers, a lot of slow movement from the side of Buffalo Valley on regrouping on these stages. That's a fight that you're expecting to lose with the amount of ultimates that Atoka gets, but there were just so many fights beforehand where Buffalo Valley was not completely regrouped, and we see it right here. Man in the Box going to be able to get another pick on the stagger. Monkey stuck in the back line as well, getting pressured out by Cheesy Sticks, and once again, Buffalo Valley's going to have to take this fight as a 4v6 because of the staggers on their side. A lot of ultimates on the side of Buffalo Valley, possibly the cancel from Emma Frost, going to be able to shut down the Buffalo Valley thing.
That Moon Knight getting very low from the Psylocke shooting.
Yeah,
Psylocke's actually going to get the pick onto the Emma. The Moon is going to come out, but gets picked off anyways due to just being such low HP. Atoka is pushing that cart up. 20 seconds left on the clock. It's not over for Buffalo Valley to cancel out this 3-pointer. going to see maybe a clobbering time come out here. I would love to see it. This could be insane. Or actually going to see the Psylocke ult come out. Maybe opt to try and get this Prime Rex right there on the off angle. Ends up getting it. This is looking rough. Mr. Cheesy Stick getting a clobbering to end the round there on a 0-3 for the time being.
Yeah, I thought Atoka was going to get full held on that round. Just less than a minute left, pushing through that first choke, which is a brutal first choke, I'll give them that, but does give off that first point. Not the end of the world, but Buffalo Valley really kind of shooting themselves in the foot with just staggering and not taking good, effective fights throughout the point, just kind of trying to play a TDM. Just a little bit of a blunder there from Buffalo Valley, I think, who definitely has shown their talent throughout these games. Maybe they'll be able to straighten back up on attack and force a little bit of an overtime round in this game. But if you're an Atoka fan, you're feeling good after that push, especially with those 2 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, and I think Buffalo Valley can do it. Like, on the very first point, they were showing to be extremely strong and just almost give no quarter until ultimately they came down to a bunch of ultimates and a bunch of just different things. We're actually going to see a lot of team-ups be activated here from both the sides of Buffalo Valley and Atoka. We're going to see the Psylocke and Magneto and... Oh, Magneto swapped off. We're going to only see the Psylocke and Emma Frost ult. Very strong. Also going to see some more ultimates, or I'm just, my brain's on ultimates. There's so many ultimates in this game. It's just, that's all I can think of. Team up, Magneto and Emma Frost is going to also be a strong team up there. So really just what is going to happen today? We're going to see the Rocket come out as well. Prime Rex also staying on that Moon Knight. Also going to see the engage here, the thing, trying to just, you know, get some damage. Maybe see if they get kicked out. Seeing that Loki, like all those Loki clones in a very nice spot. Ooh, the thing extending a little too far, comes down to Bat Towel. Or not Bat Towel. That's their own teammate.
Yeah, and I really like this Loki positioning on the side of Atoka. Just so much pressure in this choke. Already difficult to fight through. Buffalo Valley is going to have even more pressure from those extra clones. As Bath Towel trying to stall them through this choke. You want to keep Buffalo Valley in this choke for as long as possible. The Moon is haunting, trying to get some space here. Cheesy Stick's going to get picked out though. Man in the Box trading it back in that back line. Just trying to stall as much as possible and keep them in this space. Bathel actually knocking in the opposing Emma Frost. It's Neon getting knocked down. The Loki ultimate coming out as well. The Luna ultimate from that Loki clone, going to be able to shut it down. The co-op as well on the side of Buffalo Valley, kind of countering that ultimate. Ultimates being traded back and forth. Atoka with a little bit of an advantage here, especially with the Emma Frost ultimate, looking for something here. The support ultimates are going to be able to negate that though. Atlas getting one, getting two. Maxwell rezzing Prime Rex though. A little bit of an advantage here for Atoka, and they feel it. They're going to push past that choke, look for some extra ult charge, maybe a pick if they're lucky. Cheesy Sticks is going to find it in Ruby, and Monkey's kind of left by themselves while the rest of Atoka is in the back line trying to get something, maybe overextending a little bit. Cheesy Sticks actually going to get taken down. Prime Rex shutting down both of the divers in the back line, now looking for a third. Atoka at a sudden disadvantage here in the numbers, and Buffalo Valley with the ultimates to back it up as well, trying to confirm this first point. So difficult to cap, though. The amplifier does come out from Maxwell. Trying to...
Ult's going to come here.
Yeah.
I actually have a lot of ults on the side of Buffalo Valley. Ooh, but a lot of those ultimates got stunned out. Oh, Pure Chaos is going to get destroyed immediately. Going to see Prime Rex also get a lot of picks. Just take out some of those Loki clones right there, and that's a fight win for Buffalo Valley. Also very close. Atoka, again, holding their own very, very well. But, you know, Buffalo Valley, they have to get it all the way over to the third point there. So it's going to be a little bit difficult. I think they can do it, though. I think we can see this go to a maybe a 4-pointer or a 5-pointer. This could be interesting. Already seeing the next fight start. Going to see some utility be used. That thing almost goes down, but not enough. Scarlet Witch also getting very low. We're actually going to see an ultimate be used here to ensure that their team lives. Co-op time also going to be used just to counter that ultimate. Going to see another co-op time with that Loki ultimate. Just try and, you know, hold as much as you can. Actually see a great angle here from that Moon Knight. Oh, we see the double Emma Frost ultimate clashing against each other. It's looking rough. If I'm Moon Knight here, I would hit this ult. It looks like he could save them maybe. No, their team is just falling down. That's how getting a little too close for comfort. Magneto is in an off angle. He needs to get out. Unfortunately, is not able to. Seeing the thing just also get picked out. It's pick after pick. They're trading as much as possible, but there's nothing happening. It's such an interesting standstill that both teams are on. None can walk and none can actually sustain as much as they want, so they're just in the same place. It's very awkward being in this spot.
Something else that's insane is Prime Rex is getting pick after pick for the side of Buffalo Valley, slowly moving him up, trying to commit to an ultimate full engage, but really doesn't need to. Look at all these Loki clones on the other side. Neon Silver able to take out Revan. The Moon Knight ultimate does come out, clearing some space and zoning off Cheese Sticks to be by themselves. Buffalo Valley able to jump on the opportunity and get the pick there. Batal using the Emma Frost ultimate, trying to look for some chunk. The bomb from Man in the Box coming out, looking for something, is going to be able to find out Maxwell, who just committed their ultimate as well. Trying to find something. Batal chunking down the other Emma Frost. Just so much damage from both of these teams in the sustain. Really a huge shout out to these supports. The ultimates being committed on the side of Atoka starts to get a lot of picks in their favor. Looks like Atoka is going to be able to hold here, but there's definitely plenty of time for Buffalo Valley.
Yeah, Buffalo Valley is going to end up ultimately going down in that fight, but it's not over. They're going to try and live as much as possible. Don't invest them kill. Going to get some Loki clones back up. Loki is just strong. The amount of clones you can have, the amount of healing it pumps out when you have all those clones, it's just insane. You can't get a kill. It's very rough. Loki is easily like one of the better supports, and it's a little rough. We're going to see a Magneto ult actually going to cancel the Luna ult with that kill there. This is looking rough. We're actually going to see another Loki and co-op time come out from Atoka, wanting to just try and invest as much as possible to just hold this, try and prevent them from winning. 20 seconds left on the clock for this first point, or second point here. Batal is going to get one. The Moon Knight ult is also going to be invested, not finding anybody. Cheesy Sticks is going to get Monkey down. This is looking very rough for Buffalo Valley. Atoka is also going to invest the clobbering time, getting Prime Rex. They need to make something happen. They need to touch as soon as possible. They have the ultimates to maybe try and make something happen. That Emma ult can work wonders. They're holding on ever so slightly. The overtime time is ticking. We're going to see the ultimate be invested. However, I thought that was on the side of Buffalo Valley. It's instead on the side of Atoka, and that's going to win them the game.
Wow. Atoka suddenly finding a foothold in point two, being able to synergize their ultimates together, have really good rotations and re-engages. I liked what Buffalo Valley was doing with that left flank angle, but they never seemed like they were all going with the same play, kind of splitting. And Atoka did a great job jumping on a decision, being able to jump on one of the groups that was by themselves and then dealing with the other one afterwards. Great job by Atoka. Heads up adjustments for a really crafty Buffalo Valley team. And Atoka able to take that one 2-1. And I don't think this will be the last time these two teams match up.
Absolutely not. I mean, these two are very even in terms of that matchup, and that MVP on the side of Atoka with that Loki. We were talking about Loki a lot this game. Yeah. Loki is strong. You need to fight against that Loki. We're also going to see a lot of elims on the side of Atoka. Batal 48, Atlas with 46.
Yeah, Batal 48 and 2.
Oh, wow.
And Atlas 46 and 3. Not only did they get a lot of eliminations, they did not die. And that's something very important in the game, being able to survive. And that's kind of what it comes down to with Atoka, being able to survive, regroup on those different games.
Yeah. Primarch's also doing the most damage in the game. Being able to just hold strong Moon Knight is powerful.
Yeah, for sure. Doing a lot of work really on whatever they were on.
Yeah.
But Buffalo Valley does lose that one 1-2 to Atoka High School. Both teams having a great showing some great Marvel rivals. Super proud of them both. Super excited to see them in the future, and I'm sure we will. They're the top. They were tied for the top 2 in Class 1A of Marvel Rivals, and I don't think that's going to change very much throughout the season. But that's all we have for you right now. We will be back soon, though, with a Rainbow Six game between Bixby and Jinx. Make sure to tune back in, 6 p.m. Super excited for that one, and we'll see you then.